The very thing that most people try to avoid is precisely what you need for massive success, and that's pressure. The more pressure you can handle, the greater your capacity for impressive achievements. But if you try to take on too much pressure too soon, you're going to choke. I remember when I had to give a lecture years ago at a sales job. This was my first sales presentation in front of prospects. Usually I was just in the audience taking notes. So anyway, I was put in front of the room, and as I went into this presentation, I felt pretty good. Around maybe the end of the early part, I choked. I mean, if you asked me what my name was at that moment, I wouldn't have been able to tell you. And then I panicked because I realized I don't know what to say next, and I started sweating. Basically, every fear that someone has about public speaking came to fruition. My supervisor had to come up and save me, and it was this really patronizing, not intentionally patronizing, but it was this response of, "Hey, let's give Mike a hand, great job, good job, Mike." It was the worst. I wish I could have been struck by lightning at that moment. If a bomb came and blew up the building and only I died, I don't want anyone else to die, I would have felt good about that at that moment. But a day later, I couldn't wait to get back in front of the room. I have to get back in front of the room, otherwise this is gonna eat me up. The entire week, I could barely sleep because I was so irritated with myself for bombing so badly. So I wanted to get back into that pressure cooker situation and persevere, and that's exactly what I did. So don't try to avoid pressure. A lot of times people say, I've got too much stress in my business, I've got too much pressure going on. That pressure is what gets you up in the morning and gets you going. It's what gets you on the hunt. When I first started my fitness business, I was living in Santa Monica, and rent is expensive out there. And this is 2002, it's even more expensive now. But every morning I woke up and the pressure was on, going, you have to make something happen today. You have to do something to further your business. I don't care if it's writing an article for a publication, if it's lining up a workshop, if it's lining up private sessions, getting some classes going, I don't care what it is, but something measurable has to happen every day. Now, you're not necessarily going to be incentivized like that without pressure. When you're comfortable, there's no pressure. And where there's no pressure, there's no capacity for growth. There's no capacity to push things forward. Just think about working out, right? Think about training in the gym. Now, I don't think you should train to failure often, because when you train to fail, you're gonna fail often and you're gonna beat up your body. But that doesn't mean that it should be easy. If you are not willing to push the limits, you're not gonna get stronger, you're not gonna get in better shape. So let's say you can do 30 minutes on an elliptical machine at a moderate pace, and you just do that moderate pace indefinitely. No pressure, it's easy. And that's okay, you're just gonna maintain whatever your current fitness level is. But if you wanna step it up, you have to amp up the pressure. If I wanna get stronger in the gym, I have to be willing to take on more pressure. The more pressure I can take on, the greater chance of success.